ħin fi Gżejjer Maltin qed jimmarka 8 minuti f'Sardinja wkoll l-istess qiegħed jimmarka u miegħi fuq il-linja għandi għal darb'oħra għaddit ġimgħa ħankomplu niskopru wkoll nitalmu aktar dwar l-esperjenza sabiħa li qed tagħmel il-kamminante Timea Szilagyi li telqet bil-Camino Maltés nhar ħadd il-għajt, jiġifieri din hija il-ħames ġimgħa ris għalejn it-tmiem il-ħames ġimgħa tagħha u miegħi għandi lil Timea ħanisma' daqsxejn iktar dwar l-esperjenza tagħha f'Sardinja u anki x'inhuma it-tragwardi tagħha illi jmiss. Good morning, dear Timea, and welcome back to Campus Breakfast. How are you doing this morning, Timea?
Good morning, Antonella, and good morning, everyone listening. I'm doing great, and I'm so high up now because yesterday I had my birthday and I have my friend here with me.
Wow.
And we walked a few days together and she's staying 3 more days. So at least I could show her and I could share with her with my Camino experience.
And your Camino experience,
not that much, yes. So
happy birthday, dear Timea. Happy birthday. Hope you had a good one. Hope you had a positive experience also throughout your Camino. Was it were you aware that your friend would join you, or was it a surprise?
No, I was aware.
Okay,
but it was still, I was very anxious the day when I knew that she would arrive. And it's really in the middle of nowhere where she had to come. I knew my schedule and I told her, you have to arrive to Bellevue because this is where I will be. And she made it. And
so you spent about 3 days. You spent about 3 days together, right?
This is our third day.
This is your third day, okay.
Yes. So
where exactly are you this morning? Where exactly are you in Sardinia? Which part of Sardinia are you in?
I'm already more than halfway on the Camino di Santiago. The place called Nugedu Santa Vittoria.
Okay.
And today there's a lake nearby, and then so we have to cross some rivers, which will be a bit of challenge. And we will arrive to Sedilo, which is about 25 kilometers from here. So overall, since I left from Malta, I did 830 kilometers.
Wow!
And I still have 9 more days in Sardinia.
9 more days. If I remember well, you already booked your ferry ticket. So you have a target.
Yes, I did.
You also have a target date. And when is that, Timea?
Yes, it's 3rd of June. So if everything goes according to plan, I will arrive to Porto Torres 31st of May. But I'm not rushing it. So when my friend Phyllis will leave, I will take my time because I rather spend my time on the Camino than just 2-3 days by the sea, which of course it would be also nice to have a bit of rest.
And Sardinia, there are beautiful beaches.
Yes. So yes, 3rd of June, and then so I will arrive to Barcelona after like 15 hours of boat trip.
15 hours
I will take that
to
time.
reach Spain.
Yes, and
From
then
Porto Torres to which port in Spain?
To Barcelona.
Straight to Barcelona.
Yes.
How does it feel like to be accompanied, to be joined by a friend for a couple of days, and then you will end up on your own again? How does it feel like emotionally? How do you live it?
It is very nice. I prepared to walk solo, but I never feel lonely because I have so many nice encounters, so many nice people, and it is a very, very nice feeling to share it with someone. And I was a bit excited that I hope that there will be nice weather. I hope that there will be not too many bushes or too many challenges to go through. We have some elevation to do. We have very long days. For example, Phyllis told yesterday that it was her longest ever trek. So,
how long was that? How long? How many hours did you walk?
It's usually about 8 hours, and it was 34 kilometers. And with the elevation, with our luggage, with our load that we are carrying, it feels, tiredness.
Did you manage to get a decent meal for your birthday?
It was lovely because all these places where I'm staying, I try to stay, as I said, as close as possible to the Camino spirit. And these hosts here, they are used to pilgrims. And they already told me that they have their own produce. They have their own cheese, their speck and ham.
Okay.
So,
That sounds
and
nice.
his own wine. So we had all these local, very simple food. So this is how we spent.
What is your
nothing
target
special.
destination this morning? Today, actually, not this morning. You will be leaving soon. And what's your target destination for the day? And how far is that from the Nughedo Santa Vittoria?
Nughedo Santa Vittoria. The place called Sedilo, and it's about 25 kilometers. So this is good also because yesterday we had to leave quite early because we knew that the target is quite long. So today is more comfortable. 25 kilometers is...
that's like
is,
9 kilometers less than yesterday. And you
Yes,
also
yes.
mentioned
But
rivers. You're
the-
crossing rivers.
Yes, there's a lake called Omodeo, if I remember well, and it has some river parts. I think 3-4 times we have to cross river. I hope, because there have been some rain in the past days. Sometimes it's during the night, so it's really, the weather is so favorable, so pleasant.
That's good.
And but we have to prepare. Sometimes I do everything. Sometimes I have to remove the boots. Sometimes I just accept the fact that the water goes in the boots and you have to walk all day wet feet. So whatever comes.
How many pairs of boots have you got with you? Is it just one pair?
Oh, only one,
what
because
happens
of the
if-
load. I cannot.
Of course.
I
but
cannot
what
carry
happens
more.
if-
But
If you need to
it
replace
really-
the spare.
I need to. I think in Barcelona I will have to buy a new pair because
There are shops. There are many shops there. So.
the quality of the boots have to be good, and inside the cushioning is it's tearing and it can make damage to your feet. So this is what my main equipment. The boots have to be the best, and I cannot keep up because after about 1,000 kilometers I will be doing with all Malta, Sicily and Sardinia, and I will still have 1,200 kilometers from Barcelona to Santiago.
Of course, that's the longest
So-
stretch, eh? That's the longest
Yes,
part
so
of
for-
your Camino.
Yes.
So right now you're almost in the middle of nowhere, but in a few days you'll be arriving in a huge city. Which parts of the Camino are usually the most you look forward to?
I prefer nature, so it was the same when I entered Palermo, though I really liked it and it was nice to see port, but I was it was I had to pay attention to crossing the street. There were street lights, and I said, okay, for a few days I haven't seen street lights, and
And
so I
routes
prefer
to
nature
follow.
and. Yes. But this part of Sardinia is amazing. As we say, that it's really heart of Sardinia. And though the island has beautiful beaches, but this hilly part, the mountain, the rocks, what we had yesterday, and we are boulderers. She's a bouldering friend, so we dropped our backpack, and just to refresh our body, we climbed a bit because the rocks were amazing.
To refresh your body, you climbed. Wow.
Yes,
That sounds even more tiring to me.
No, it wasn't. It was such a thrill that we said, it's a different type of movement, and even for our knee, we have really, you feel your body after so much walking. But it was lovely.
Besides meeting Phyllis these past three days, were there any beautiful moments you would like to share with our listeners before we say arrivederci for next week? Is there any, or was there any particular encounter this week which you'd like to share with
what
our
I
listeners?
would mention is there's this Amici di Camino di Santiago Facebook page for the for the association in Sardinia. And I saw that there's a man from Norway who is walking the opposite direction. So he's coming from north, going south. And there was a bit of a question mark whether I can meet him at all. But like 3 days ago, we, without talking, without agreeing, we stayed at the same accommodation. And when I arrived super tired, they told me, there's another Peregrino here. He's a man. And I said, by any chance, is him Helge from Norway? And they said, yes, he is. And then, when I entered, he came out from his room and then he said, Timea Szilagyi, finally I meet you. And so,
that's nice.
And it was, it was the last chance and the only chance, because after he's going south now.
Of course. And you're walking north. And
then he gave me a piece of paper of his accommodation and of his stages from north.
course,
he said, you know what, I don't need it anymore. So I can give you a hand and I can...
So that,
I can support
you'll find
you.
that really helpful along the way, I'm sure.
Yes, and he was the only pilgrim. Since I left Malta, I haven't met any pilgrims because it's really so remote. Unlike in Spain, Spain will be very busy and lots of peers. But yeah, so now I still have to enjoy this remote and really lovely internal journey that I can.
Thank you so much, dear Timea. It's always really, really nice to hear your experiences. Enjoy the last few days with your friend. Enjoy the last stretch in Sardinia. But next week we will be chatting again, and hopefully you'll be very, very close to Porto Torres, right?
Yes, I will be one day away. And let me take the chance again to wish good luck for the Camino conference in Malta, because really in spirit I'm with all of them. It starts tomorrow, the official part, and the exhibition is already open. So I'm wishing good luck to XirCammini, all the members and all the participants from many countries. So good luck all.
Definitely, we do join in as well and wish them all the best of luck. And I urge my listeners, whoever is interested in getting to know more, maybe also need help and advice and guidance to maybe one day accomplish such a venture like Timea is doing right now, perhaps even shorter, because this is quite a challenging Camino she is doing right now. I urge them to log on their Facebook page, XirCammini, and get in touch. I'm sure they will find a lot of support from experts. Thank you so much, Timea, for your time. I leave you with your walk, and once again, happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Antonella. Thank
we will
you.
Talk again next
Camino.
week. Eżis semmija, xieġmil, nemozjona ruħi nitkellem maħħa edha f'post tant remot, u l-enerġija, għalmenu dak li qed jaslinna anki permezz ta' dawn il-kollagamenti, l-enerġija għada tajba ħafna. U importanti li tibqa' tajba għaliex baqala triq ġmiela qudiema. Kif qedtilkom XirCammini hija waħda mill-laqdiet aw diversi laqdiet, però XirCammini hija waħda mill-laqdiet li tista' tgħinkom twettqu din il-ħolma li forsi ilha tberren f'moħħkom. Infakkarkom li d-destinazzjoni aħħarija ta' Timea hija propju Santiago de Compostela.